the Packers franchise.
That's why we asked ESPN's Jim Rutledge to join us this morning. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
So first things first, I saw some analysts yesterday go back and forth about whether or not they were surprised about this. We weren't surprised about the decision maybe, but the timing, what do you think?
Well, I think the fact that we weren't surprised by the decision explains the timing. It was a bad loss against Arizona. The team looked like maybe they didn't care. Aaron Rodgers maybe had one of his worst games in the last 5-10 years for him. So you look at those factors, and then you say, we were going to fire him at the end of the year, so let's just move on, allow Coach McCarthy to get some job opportunities, and allow the Packers, who now have the best job available, and will have the best job available in the offseason, they get first pick now.
Yeah.
You know, it's been no secret that Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy have sort of butted heads this season. It was his birthday yesterday. Is this the ultimate present for him, or what?
Yeah, I guess my daughter's birthday was yesterday, and I think Aaron Rodgers maybe had a better one now that he loses Mike McCarthy. But we'll have to see on that part of it. Careful what you wish for.
Right.
I mean, is he turning into Brett Favre? Brett Favre ran off some coaches. Brett Favre became a little aloof. Aaron Rodgers could have fought for Mike McCarthy, and he didn't.
Right.
If Aaron Rodgers wanted Mike McCarthy here, he'd still be the coach. So this is obviously what Aaron Rodgers wanted. Now we have to see who can come in here and actually coach Aaron Rodgers. Who will he listen to?
Well, and that's the next question, right? A, do you have any idea who could be next? And B, even if we don't, what does that person need to bring to the table, do you think?
Well, if you look at what Chicago's doing with Matt Nagy, you look at the Chiefs, you look at the Saints, you look at the Rams, it's innovative, it's using different weapons, it's being cutting edge, and I think that's what they have to bring to the table. Is that Josh McDaniels from the Patriots? Is that Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma? Is that Nick Saban, a different style, but obviously he's won a lot of games at Alabama? Is it Cliff Kingsbury from Texas Tech, who was fired? I mean, he brings an innovative offense a lot of teams are looking at for head coaching positions. There's a lot of different options out there.
We just need to get excited. It seems like the offense, like you said, they were flat yesterday, but they've been kind of flat for a bit now.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a complaint about Mike McCarthy for years, that it really was, he relied on the player personnel to get open and Aaron Rodgers to throw them open, and he wasn't scheming guys open, which was how the NFL was run. Andy Reid is a good example of what Mike McCarthy might become. He was stale with Philadelphia. He gets fired, he gets humbled, he has to reassess what he's doing, and he goes has success somewhere else. Now, it took Philadelphia some time, but they didn't have Aaron Rodgers to kind of recover.
There are some reports that Mike McCarthy might be headed to the Cleveland Browns. They're not looking too hot either. What are the prospects there?
Well, if you're the Browns, there's two ways to look at it. McCarthy is a steady, stable coach. He's a guy that's already proven he can develop a quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. He did coach Aaron for a long time. They did have a good working relationship. And you have to decide, if you're John Dorsey, who worked with the Packers, is some of those issues between McCarthy and Rodgers, was that Aaron Rodgers being a little aloof and difficult to work with? I mean, some people have called him Jay Cutler, just better at football. So that's the way you got to look at, you got to decide if you are the Browns. Is it Aaron Rodgers or was it Mike McCarthy? Can McCarthy go and coach Baker Mayfield and be innovative and make some changes and improve his style? Or do you, if you're the Browns, bring in someone new and fresh as well?
Yeah, we have about 30 seconds left, Jim, but, you know, the Packers out of the playoffs at this point is the presumable situation. But so what's that? I mean, do we bench Aaron Rodgers for the rest of the season? Do we go that far? What does these next few games kind of have in store?
I wouldn't say benching, but if Aaron Rodgers' knee feels a little bit at all bad, if he has anything that needs to be done, any extra rehab, any sort of cleanup work to be done, at this point, they're the 11th seed. They don't really hold any tiebreakers. If there's anything that needs to be done with Aaron Rodgers or any other player on this team, that's what you're going to start seeing. Is Bakhtiari, how healthy is he? How healthy are any of these other guys? Because if they're not, they'll shut them down, make sure they're healthy for next year.
All right. We want to talk more with you after 6 about this. We appreciate you sticking around.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll see you soon.
Still ahead, the sale of a special ale here in Madison is helping to boost